The Giants are going to be facing the Commanders in Washington, week 1. Talking about the Giants now, Dom, of course, you go first. First off, were there any surprising cuts from the 53-man roster?
Yes, there was. There was a lot of them. I mean, actually, I yes and no because they were actually also in the practice squad. Some players, but the big surprising one to me was Greg Dulcich, who I was
Mm,
talking highly about, who
yeah.
scored 3 touchdowns in the preseason. Um, why? That's like the really big one that I was so confused about. Why him? I mean, I know we have 3 tight ends, but you can use those tight ends for different plays and different schemes. And we need as like all the pass catches we can get because we don't know how things are going to be. Because I hate to say it, but Wan'Dale Robinson's injury prone. Slayton, he's known for dropping balls. Um, Daniel Bellinger isn't the healthiest guy in the world either, even though he should have been. They've screwed up his development so bad because of how bad our offensive line was the past 2 years because we needed him for blocking instead of receiving, which is just unreal because he was a good all around tight end, but now you mostly have him for blocking on run plays. That's like the really big surprising one for me that took me off guard because I'm like, why? But like other
Okay.
ones, um, like Will Jordan Humphrey and guys like that, they made it to the practice squad, and we just don't have enough room, which it happens. I'm like, could they made the roster? Yeah, but I mean, we already have a big wide receiver room. Even, I mean, when it comes to roster wise, not talent wise, but yeah, Greg Dulcich, that one really got me. But
Uh-huh.
I'm really glad because I didn't know what they were gonna do with Thomas Fadone, the rookie tight end that they got, but he made the roster, which I'm glad he made it. But Dulcich, he looked incredible. He was the best player on our team for the preseason on the offensive side, and
Okay.
they let him go. And now
Uh-huh.
I believe he's in Miami now.
Hmm.
They tried to sign
Okay.
him to the practice squad, and he's like, "Nope, I'm good. I'm going to Miami."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
big cut for me, which I was really surprised about. I think everybody was surprised as a Giants
Yeah.
fan.
I mean, the Greg Dulcich one was surprising for sure. I mean, that one I was like, wow, yeah, I was a little taken aback by that one. And little Jordan Humphrey too. I mean, he did pretty well for the preseason. I would say also Montreal Washington, right? Was that his name? Believe he also got cut
Yeah,
as well.
he got cut,
I
but
mean,
I
I don't know.
wasn't.
He was moving around, always finding himself open. I thought maybe he would be there, but pretty sure he got cut too.
Yeah, he got cut. I really wasn't that surprised. He's a good player, but I just didn't think there was room for him on the team,
Right,
especially when you already have like a shorter guy like Wan'Dale Robinson on the team.
right, right. Okay. All right. So strengths and weaknesses of the Giants, what are they?
First off, I'll start off with the strengths.
Uh-huh.
The strengths we actually have on paper, if you think about it, we do now have a good quarterback room, which now we got Russell Wilson and we got Jackson Dart and we have Jameis Winston. We we cut Cutlets. So glad. So glad he's gone. Now we have someone well, we have multiple quarterbacks now that can throw the deep ball, which Daniel Jones, he couldn't throw a ball past 20 yards without it being inaccurate. So now we have someone who can throw the ball for a deep threat for Darius Slayton, which he's known for his go routes. Malik Neighbors can do everything. And also now we have Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt, he suffered for 2 years because of Daniel Jones having the most inaccurate deep ball probably in the history of football of how bad he is. So now it seemed like in the offseason that they gained a little chemistry, Russell Wilson and Jalen Hyatt, and I really hope that he plays. I really do.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some reason Dayball doesn't like him, or he sees something that maybe he's not ready yet. I mean, I trust Dayball, but still, like he just has so much potential for him to be not playing, for him to not be getting reps because he barely got any reps in the preseason. He did drop two balls with Dart, but then he bounced back and caught a ball with I think it was Jameis Winston in the preseason against the Patriots. So he bounced back. He learned from his mistakes. He caught the ball, got a touchdown. I'm happy for the kid, but we need him. We need him, especially it seems like we're gonna be throwing the ball a lot this year,
Mhm,
especially a deep ball. So
mhm,
quarterback, that's a strength. Do I have to say more about the defensive line in the pass rush?
mhm.
I mean,
Right.
come on. I mean, just the potential of this team. We do have the hardest schedule in the league. We literally have the hardest schedule in the league. And even though we're facing really hard teams, we're facing the NFC North, which is going to screw us too. And now, especially Micah Parsons is back in now with the Packers. That's another team we're going to have to look out for. I think that I think you have a possibility to be a top five defense. I mean, you got to stop everybody. Now we have Dexter Lawrence in the middle, who's clearly our best player, but he gets double teamed every single time. Every single time that he's on the field, he's getting double teamed. But now you can't because now you're going against Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, who could be a potential rookie of the year, and you still got Kayvon Thibodeau. That sounds pretty good to me. That sounds really good to me. I'll take that any day of the week.
Mhm,
Another strength, which I'm saying this just from my opinion. I'm not saying this based off of facts because not every player has played yet in the NFL. But we have a good running back room too. Now we
mhm,
got Tyrone Tracy and we got Cam Scatterbo and we got Devin Singletary. That's pretty solid.
mhm,
That could be like a middle of the pack team, middle of the pack's running back room right there. But we have still so much to prove because Scatterbo has never played a down yet.
mhm.
Second year only for Tyrone Tracy, and obviously we have a good vet in Devin Singletary. That's a good solid room, and the running backs we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them so Malik Neighbors can get open. You can't just be throwing the ball every single time. You're gonna have to be running the ball, and that's a good 1-2 punch right there. And I'm just so excited to see Scatterbo play. The way he runs, I said it before, he runs like a little Brandon Jacobs, or no, not even Brandon Jacobs, like an Ahmad Bradshaw. That's who he
Mhm.
that's who he runs like. Just never gives up, runs hard, puts his head down, going in between the tackles like it's nothing. I cannot wait to see that. So that's another
Okay.
strength. And then if I had to say another one, probably our linebackers. Probably our linebackers, because we still got Bobby Okereke, and we got Micah McFadden, who's getting better and better every year. And Okereke is a stud as well, a Pro Bowler. And linebackers too, if you want to count Kayvon and I mean, I guess I'll say Abdul Carter, but he's gonna play everywhere. Abdul Carter is gonna play. He's gonna play like Micah Parsons. He's gonna be in the inside. He's gonna be the outside. He's gonna be a middle. He's gonna be an outside linebacker. He's gonna be all over the place. So
Mhm,
I just hope Abdul Carter does his thing because he's gonna be a really big star for us, and he's gonna be a problem. And teams are gonna be having game plans just for Abdul Carter. They already have game plans for Dexter Lawrence, but if you got to have game plans for two players on that pass rush, it's gonna be a problem, no matter who
So
we play.
did you say your weaknesses yet, or
No.
did you? Okay, so your weaknesses you said before is wide receiver two, cornerback two, and I guess the offensive line.
Yeah. So the weaknesses, I'll start off with the offensive line. We have no idea what's gonna happen because we have this right tackle now, Bo, who we got in this draft. He's a rookie. He's gonna be our starting right tackle. We have no idea how he's gonna be. And then we got at right guard, we have Evan Neal, who we know who's a disaster at right tackle. Then he got to get moved to guard. We we have no idea. We have no idea how he's gonna be. And then John Michael Smith's our center. He had a great rookie year. Then last year, he looked like he didn't even know how to play football last year. So those are big questions. And also, even Andrew Thomas's health. Is he even going to be 100% healthy week one? We still
Mhm.
don't know that yet. He just started
Yeah.
practicing like a few days ago, or not, maybe like a week ago now. But
Mhm.
that's still a big question for us in our offensive line. And obviously, I mean, if you don't want to go based off of the past Giants years, just go based off of Joe Burrow. You have all these weapons around you, but you have no offensive line, then you get destroyed every game. You're not going to make the playoffs like last year. So that's still a big concern. A second concern, quarterback, cornerback too. We still don't know. Drew Phillips, our second year corner, will probably be in the nickel. But our outside receiver, we have Paulson Adebo as the one. And I don't think any fan really has any faith in Deontay Banks right now of how bad he played last year. So it's going to be between him or Cordell Flott. I mean, they both have reps under their belt, but we don't know how reliable they could be. It's still a big question. I'm like,
Mhm.
I believe in our safeties and Javon Holland and Tyler Nubin, who are going to be very solid for us. But we still need people to lock these guys down. And these pass rushers can't get to the quarterback every single time. So it
Okay.
only takes one player to get open. So we'll see
Mhm.
about that. And then our wide receiver too, like I was talking about before. Darius Slayton, Wandell Robinson, J.N. Hyatt. We we don't know. Like that's the thing. It's just a question. It's
Mhm.
not like I don't believe these guys can do it. It's just such a big what if
Mhm.
when it comes to this wide receiver room. Slayton, he got the speed. You know, he can make people miss. His only problem is dropping balls, which he has improved over the years, but he still drops balls.
Right.
Not good.
Yeah.
Wandell Robinson, injury prone.
Mhm.
Like he's a small guy. You know, he tore his ACL already. But still, we need him to be healthy. And Jalen Hyatt, can he do anything more than run a go route? That's still a
Mhm.
question for us to find out.
Okay. I gotcha.
So yeah, I'll see those. And also, I'm sorry, one last one. When Dexter Lawrence is not in the game, who's going to stop the run? We got a rookie Darius Alexander out of Toledo who looks good, but he's still a rookie. We still don't know. He still hasn't played a snap yet. We don't know that.
Mhm.
Abdul Carter, are we going to put him on the inside? When
No.
exactly he can
Sure,
because
but
he can, but are
no.
you going to put him on the inside every time that Dexter Lawrence is on the field? No.
No.
Maybe once in a blue moon, yeah. But that's not a good thing. We need a good backup for Dexter Lawrence. He can't play every single snap.
No. Same thing with Quinn Williams on the Jets. Same thing.
Yeah, so
All
I'd
right.
say those are the strengths and weaknesses of this Giants team.
Okay. So we're gonna keep these short questions rapid fire. Week one predictions for Giants at Commanders. What do you got and what's the score?
I'll take. I'll say that they win this game. Just to face the fact that the Commanders, we no one has any idea how their defense is going to be. They're going to have a lights out offense, but now we got a Giants defense who can pass rush, and we have better defensive backs now, and our linebackers are still solid. We can really be a sleeper when it comes to these defensive games. Defense is going to have to help us in every single game. They're going to be the one to make or break our games. I really don't trust this offense yet because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I'd rather put money on this defense over the offense. Clearly, you got to guard Terry McLaurin week one. You got to guard Debo Samuel. We'll see, but I believe that the Giants can get to Jaden Daniels with that offensive line because they don't really have that great of an offensive line either.
So what's the score?
The score, I'll say 23-20
Okay. Solid score. Who do you think scores TDs for the Giants?
for the Giants. I'll say Tyrone Tracy and Tyrone Tracy and who else? I'd probably say I'd probably say Malik.
Okay. Any interceptions or sacks?
Like sacks, I'd probably go Brian Burns. Brian Burns gonna have a sack, and probably Dexter Lawrence.
Okay.
Those two.
That's 2.
Interceptions. Uh, I can't see any interceptions.
Okay.
I can't see.
Alright.
I not yet, at least. I
Okay.
got to see these cornerbacks play and how they run things.
That's
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
but I'll say
Alright.
23-20 Giants. Um, yeah, I'm sticking with that. 23-20 Giants.
Okay. And again, you said, Tyrone Tracy Jr. for a touchdown and Malik, and then sacks, Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
Okay. So I'm gonna keep this quick. So Jets will be at home to face Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. How riveting. First game of the season. Of course,
amazing.
NFL playing that one. I'm gonna say the Jets win this one, but I'm honestly gonna say the Jets win 17-14. I think this is going to be a very low scoring game. So any surprising cuts from the 53-man roster? Yeah, Brandon Smith. Was pretty surprised Brandon Smith got cut. I thought maybe he had the potential to be a wide receiver too. So did honestly JJ Watt when he was in the booth. So that was a surprising 53-man roster cut to me. The strength and weaknesses of the Jets. The strengths are frankly going to be, I think, the defensive line and the cornerbacks. Cornerback two, I think, I honestly think that Brandon Stevens, he's looked much better than advertised so far in camp and the preseason. So I think he'll have a solid year. So the defensive line, the cornerbacks, and I honestly think the running back room. The weaknesses is easily safety, quarterback, and wide receiver too. Those are the weaknesses. I don't know who's going to step up to help out Garrett Wilson. I'm expecting him to get double teamed almost every game until somebody steps up to become wide receiver too. The quarterback, Jalen Hurts, if it's throwing, that's his weakness. Running, he's going to be great, but he's got to be able to throw the ball. He said in the press conference he's fine with taking 8-yard passes every time. That's great, but at some point they're going to pick up on and close that gap, and you'll have to throw the deep ball eventually. And safety's been a question since Jordan Whitehead left. So 2024 was a question mark. I think this year it'll be a question mark again. So those are strengths and weaknesses for the team. Week 1 prediction. Again, as I said, I think it's going to be 17-14 Jets. I think they win the first game of the season. Who scores the TDs? Easily Justin Fields. Um, and maybe another one goes to Garrett Wilson. But I would honestly say, Braylon Allen could maybe get one in from like, say, 2, 3 yards out. So honestly, I'm more comfortable with saying actually Justin Fields and Braylon Allen. Any interceptions or sacks? I think the Jets get one. I'm actually going to say Sauce Gardner, or excuse me, Ahmad Gardner gets an interception against Aaron Rodgers, since I guess he kind of knows how he plays. Sacks, I think the Jets get two. I'm going to say one from Quinnen Williams and one from Will McDonald. So just two on the game. And yeah, that's kind of how I see the Jets Steelers game going this upcoming Sunday. I can't believe NFL is back, honestly. So I'll just say this. Anything else, Dom, that you want to say before I wrap up today's episode?
Well, a few things. Well, Ahmad Gardner has been getting shitted on all offseason and basically his whole
Yes.
career for not following receivers. Do you think he's going to be following DK Metcalf all game?
Nope.
No,
No.
not at all.
Not week one. No. Maybe as the season progresses, but not week one. No.
Also, it seems like your words are coming into fruition because we're in the same fantasy football league, and then with the new update on ESPN, it says which players are trending to get picked up on roster spots, and Braylon Allen is one of them. And Brees Hall, it seems like, is getting picked a lot later than usual in these drafts. So it seems like a lot of people don't really even believe in Brees Hall either.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
maybe if you're watching and if Braylon Allen's still there, go get him on your board.
I have him on my team. I can tell you
Yep,
that.
I know you do.
That's all I know. I
I know
drafted
you
him.
that that part for sure.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the Giants, I've said this in other episodes, but I'm not expecting us to be this crazy dominant team. Maybe on defense we can be a really good unit, but I really don't have the biggest faith in us on offense. I just want us to have competitive games. If it's a really competitive game on both sides of the ball and we lose, you know what? it sucks losing, of course, but I'm not going to be flipping out.
Right.
I want us to have close competitive games every single week. I want us to at least have a chance for us to make the playoffs in the last week. Like the last week where, oh, if you beat this team and then another team loses, then you can be in. Or, like I just want like a good scenario for us to even have a possibility of being in the wild card.
Okay.
Because I know we're not going to win a division because the Eagles are in our division. So that's not happening. Clearly, I'm not that stupid.
Uh-huh.
But I just want everyone to know that I just want us to be competitive, especially with the hardest schedule in the league with the New York Giants.
For sure.
It's proven. It's not even like I'm just saying it's a bullshit. Like it's actually true
No,
that we do have the
I
hardest
agree.
schedule in the league,
I agree.
and so that's all I want. I just want competitive games,
Okay.
and that's it.